Hey guys, today is Thursday, August 15th for me. By the time you see this video, it will probably be, my guess is uh, Thursday, maybe Wednesday. It depends. Prusky, I'm sure it'll take 24 hours to make his pick, and um, it's happened twice before, so just saying. Um, some people take longer than others, and that's okay. We're doing 12 hours again, as you guys already know. So today, I'm going to do my top 15 rookies. Now, before I said that I was going to release this video after we got to 15 picks, but then I was thinking about it, I was like, damn, well, I don't know. There might be some guys on my list that haven't been drafted yet. So maybe I'll wait a little bit longer. So we'll see. Um, I love rookie drafts. I love them so much. Um, the beauty of rookie drafts is you can rank fucking players however you want. They're rookies. Nobody here has played a single NFL game. So many first rounders end up being busts. So many second rounders end up being busts or being good. And you get some third rounders that end up being really good too. If if you would have told me, 2 years ago, somebody takes George Kittle in the first round, yeah, he's going to take a lot of shit for that. But in retrospect, that would have panned out. Uh, so many instances where that happens. You take a look at Michael Thomas, Cooper Kupp. The list goes on and on. Just Deshaun Watson. So for me, if you think a player is going to be a stud, take him. I mean, you know, you only get three picks. You only get three shots, unless you have more or less. But on average, you get three shots. So pick your guy. So I have ranked my top 15 rookie players. Uh, I didn't do it based off of like who had the picks. So this is not. This is just best player. Who do I think is in the best positions? To put up the best fantasy points. So as I'm sure a couple of you know already, I am not a big fan of this rookie class, and I sat down and I looked at all these players, and it made me realize that yeah, this is a really shitty rookie class. It's there's no player that's like, oh, well, not no player outside of three or four players. After that, it's like, I don't know, you have some third string receivers, no, like, nobody that's like, oh wow, you like this guy is here to lose the job. You take a look at Trent Richardson from a while back. It was his job to lose. Even last year's rookie class, which I was so on, you take a look at Rashad Penny, Sony Michel, Kerryon Johnson, Ronald Jones, um, all those guys, all those running backs, a couple receivers too. It was their job to lose. So and it panned out for some people and it didn't pan out for others. But in this class, nobody really has the job except for a couple guys. Nobody has the job. All of these jobs are going to all these players are going to become starters through injury, or they have played so well. They've played themselves into the starting role. So, yeah, as I'm going through this rookie class, I was going through it last night and I'm like, damn, this class sucks. I don't even, and that's why I don't have a lot of. I mean, I have three picks, but two of them are third rounders, and I do have the fourth pick. So here we go. I'm going to go into my top 15 players, and number one, I'm going Josh Jacobs. Now, I know it seems like, yeah, it's Josh Jacobs, but David Montgomery has been making a lot of noise here in preseason. Now it's Thursday too, and I haven't seen any of this week 2 preseason games. So, as people know, I think that values and stocks, they rise and fall every single day, especially after games. Maybe Josh Jacobs doesn't do well. David Montgomery just blows up, and there's that. But um, I think you don't overthink it. Josh Jacobs, he has the highest floor. Um, I don't know if he has as high of a ceiling as David Montgomery. I really like David Montgomery, but Josh Jacobs, you just don't overthink it. He's the number one running back. He's the only running back. Doug Martin is going to get some work. And I mean, I joked with a couple of you guys like Gruden. He would be the kind of guy to be like, oh yeah, that Doug Martin, he's a grinder. He's a grinder, and just give him a shit ton of work. But at the end of the day, that's not going to happen. Josh Jacobs is the guy. Super safe. High floor, pretty high ceiling too. I like the fact that Antonio Brown is back. Just opens it up even more for him. So Josh Jacobs, don't overthink it. Take him number one and feel good about it. I would. Number two, I do have David Montgomery. David Montgomery, he is going to be a monster. Now, he doesn't have as high of a floor as Josh Jacobs, and there was probably 3 days, maybe 4 days, where I was like, I think David Montgomery is the best player. And I thought about putting him number one. But again, Josh Jacobs has the highest floor. He's the safest pick. But David Montgomery, he reminds me a little bit of Ray Rice, maybe Maurice Jones-Drew, something like that. He can catch the ball. Tariq Cohen is a really good player, but he's not a 3-down back. You can't have him in, for all those snaps. David Montgomery, I think he could quickly. I think he's going to be the starter. Week 1, he's going to be the starter. Mike Davis will take some work. Tariq Cohen will take some work, but I really, really, really like David Montgomery. If he falls to me at 4, I'm absolutely taking him. That is best case scenario. I don't think he's going to fall to me. I think he's too good. I think he's going to have another really good preseason game, and I think either Prusky or Evan takes him, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I got Josh Jacobs 1, David Montgomery 2. Number 3, I have Kyler Murray. Some of you guys are going to think this is good. Some of you guys are going to think I'm crazy. I've done a lot of rookie drafts, and I've done a lot of rookie drafts with a lot of people in this league, and I've never drafted a quarterback in any rookie draft I've ever done. I just don't think it's worth it. This is a product of the rookie class being so shitty, and Kyler Murray, I think the hype train, it's a little out of control, I think, because I don't think he's going to be like Michael Vick and Drew Brees first year one. There's a lot of variables here. He's got Cliff Kingsbury, and there's just so many things that you just don't know about the spread offense that they're going to run. However, I think he has the potential to be a Michael Vick, Drew Brees combo. Like, that's his ceiling. His ceiling is holy shit. Kyler Murray is a fucking stud. That's his ceiling. That's why I have him number 3. Like, could he bust out? Yeah, he could. Or bust? Yeah, he could. He could end up just being, another running quarterback that, can't make the throws. Yeah, and that is a very real possibility. However, there's a lot of praise going around. The hype train, I don't think it's going around for no reason. I think there's a lot of reason to like Kyler Murray. If David Montgomery is gone, I will be taking Kyler Murray if he's there. Number 4, I have Miles Sanders. I think talent-wise, yeah, he's really good. But again, he's got to win the job, and I don't even know if it's even possible for him to win a job. I don't even know if there is a job to win because they have so many running backs. Jordan Howard is going to get goal line work. That's inevitable. Darren Sproles is going to get some work. Corey Clement's going to get some work. Who knows? All it takes for Miles Sanders, is 1 fumble, 2 fumbles, a couple fumbles, and gone. Out. There's Jordan Howard and Darren Sproles. So I'm a little skeptical on this. His ceiling is very high, and I understand that. But based off of trends, and Doug Peterson, he doesn't feature one back. That scares me. If the draft goes Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, Kyler Murray, and then it's my pick, I'm more than likely just going to trade my first rounder. Because from here on out, after Kyler, David Montgomery, and Josh Jacobs, I don't know, I'm not that in love with anybody. But Miles Sanders, it's got a lot of upside, so we'll see. Number 5, I have DK Metcalf. I know there's a lot of criticism on him not being able to run routes, and rightfully so. He probably can't run routes, and that's fine. He's going to be the number 2. Yeah, it's going to be a run-heavy offense, but there's going to be, I can almost guarantee, if he stays healthy, there is going to be 4 or 5 weeks this year where you're gonna fucking wish DK Metcalf was on your team. I don't know if anybody remembers Kelvin Johnson in his first 2 years. He would have 3 catches for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like that was his stat line all the time. Now, I don't think DK Metcalf is as good as Kelvin Johnson was, but I think he can be sometimes, especially in that offense. It's a good offense. Russell Wilson's a good quarterback. It's a running offense. All you need is one-on-one coverage because they're low in the box. It's all you need. So I got DK Metcalf, number 5. Number 6, I have Alexander Mattison. Yeah, some of you guys are going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I like Alexander Mattison. Now, again, it's a shitty fucking draft. Dalvin Cook is the starter. However, we all know Dalvin Cook is hurt. He's always hurt. He's healthy. They're like, yeah, now Dalvin Cook is healthy. First of all, even if he is healthy, it doesn't guarantee he's going to stay healthy. And 2, even though he is healthy, it doesn't mean that he's going to be getting all of the work. There is a very real possibility that Alexander Mattison comes in and takes over a Latavius Murray kind of role right away, no matter what happens. So I like the upside of Alexander Mattison, only because I don't think they're going to feature Dalvin Cook. I just don't think so. And if Dalvin Cook gets hurt, Mattison he's the guy. So we'll see. Number 7, I have N'Keal Harry. Now, some of you guys are going to be thinking that I should have him higher. Some of you guys are thinking I should have him lower. It's tough to say. I like N'Keal Harry. If I had the 7th overall pick, I'd feel pretty good about N'Keal Harry because he has a lot of upside. I think he's the right receiver. Malcolm Mitchell didn't really work out. And I know a lot of these young guys, they don't really work out, especially right away in New England's offense. I think N'Keal Harry is the kind of guy where he's big enough. He runs pretty good routes, and he's not like it's not like he's a speedster. He's a good, solid route runner, decent speed, really good hands. So I think there's a very, very real possibility N'Keal Harry ends up as a number 1 or number 2 receiver. But, you do have the risk. It's the Patriots offense. And you fucking never know. It's always been my motto, stay the fuck away from the Patriots offense. I have Philip Dorsett, and I probably should cut him, but I'm not going to. I don't know why, but I'm not. Okay, so number 8, I have Devin Singletary. I think, and these rankings are projected out 3 years or so. I think as soon as next year, Devin Singletary will probably be the starter. He's definitely the most athletic running back on that team. LaShawn McCoy is not going to be there more than this year, I don't think. Neither is Frank Gore. Neither is, maybe TJ Yeldon will be, but TJ Yeldon sucks. So I like Devin Singletary. I like his chances to get on the field. And if he doesn't fuck it up, I like his chances to stay on the field. So Devin Singletary, number 8. Number 9, I have Darrell Henderson. As as everybody knows, there's, a lot of shit going around with Todd Gurley, the knee stuff. I don't like super buy into it, but I think there's enough there to kind of keep an eye on it. If I'm Boggs, I am definitely trying to get Darrell Henderson at any cost. You just never know. Maybe they lighten his workload. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? Darrell Henderson, really nice stash. In other drafts though, he's not going in the first round. He's my 9th best player. In other drafts, he's going late second, probably, maybe even third. This is such a shitty rookie draft. All right, so that's number 9. Number 10, I have Paris Campbell, receiver for the Colts, speedster. Now this is really hinders on what's going on with Andrew Luck. We've seen this before with Andrew Luck's shoulder, where it's like, oh, he's got a minor injury, it's fine, and then we're coming around to like the start of training camp, and it's like, oh, it's like a somewhat minor injury, and then we get to the preseason, and it's like, oh, it's actually kind of bad, but it's not that bad, and then we get to the end of preseason, and that's where we're at right now. We're at the beginning of preseason, and it's like, oh, it's worse than we thought, but it's still not that bad. And the next step is we get to the regular season, and it's like, oh, his shit's fucked up. His shit's really fucked up. So, I mean, I'm just saying, we're on step 3 of 4 right now. It's just end of preseason. I'm really curious to see what happens. Like, it's a fucking calf strain, and now all of a sudden it's a bone. Okay. It's kind of fucked up. But we'll see. If Andrew Luck isn't playing, you can take Paris Campbell, drop him into the back of the second round, call it a day. Number 11, Deebo Samuel. I like Deebo Samuel. Again, though, it's like, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot out of that offense. And he's going to be probably the number 3 target behind George Kittle and Dante Pettis. They still have Marquise Goodwin. I cut him just because he's not worth $38. If I had him for less than $12, I would have kept Marquise. But Marquise Goodwin is not a slouch. He's probably going to move into sort of a slot speedster, Taylor Gabriel type of role, I think. Yeah. But I like Deebo Samuel. But again, you're taking him in the first round. I mean, if he goes in the first round, it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't feel super good about any of these guys. Number 12, TJ Hawkinson. I think he's going to be really good. That's it. I think he's going to be good. If somebody took TJ Hawkinson in the top 10, I wouldn't blame him. Like the receivers and the running backs here, he's going to be the number 1, maybe the number 2 tight end behind Jesse James. But I like TJ Hawkinson. 13, I have A.J. Brown. Now, I actually think that A.J. Brown is the best receiver in this class. But, again, he's going to be the number 3 in a shitty offense behind Corey Davis and Adam Humphries. So, and they're getting Delaney Walker back. I don't know what happens with A.J. Brown. I think A.J. Brown, he's going to make a lot of really good plays because I think he's a fucking stud receiver. And you put A.J. Brown on... I don't know. You put A.J. Brown on Saints. Man, maybe not Saints, but God, you put him on like the Chiefs. Fuck. The Packers. God, you put A.J. Brown on the Seahawks. Over. A.J. Brown goes in the top 5 for sure if he's on the Seahawks. Right now, he's ranked number 13 in my book. I love A.J. Brown, but that offense, can't trust it. 14, I have Damian Harris. It's so funny because I'm thinking of like Burns. Like Burns has no idea who the fuck any of these people are. No fucking clue who any of these people are, and he doesn't care. Damian Harris, I just have him because like the Patriots are so funky about what they're doing. Sony Michel now has like a little bit of a knee issue. I honestly, I just think that Damian Harris is better than Rex Burkhead. James White, he's in the last year of his contract. So this year maybe he gets some work, but next year, going into next year, Damian Harris could be um, a real fantasy player, like, you know, maybe an RB4, RB3, maybe, I don't know. And then number 15 on my list, I have Justice Hill. Again, like, there's people that have no fucking clue who this is. Um, I'm going with Justice Hill because he is in a run-heavy offense. Now he's sort of buried in the depth chart right now, but I think he's probably the second best running back in that offense. Kenneth Dixon sucks. You know, they got Mark Ingram, and I like Mark Ingram, but I think Justice Hill, maybe next year, could end up being, you know, a real threat. So that's my top 15. Again, kind of a disappointing top 15. I don't know, like 6 through 15. It's like, I don't know. I don't feel too good about it. But I'm sure you guys are going to have plenty to say about it. You know, this is going to be way out of order to how the rookie draft actually goes. N'Keal Harry, I know Prusky really likes N'Keal Harry. And if N'Keal Harry went second overall, I don't know, he might be that good, you know? And I don't know, just so many of these guys are just hit or you just have no fucking clue, unlike other years where you can at least gauge a little bit. Like Kerryon Johnson, I knew Kerryon Johnson was going to be the starter at some point. I knew that, and everybody knew that. It's just, is he going to be good enough? Now it's like, is he going to be good enough, and is he going to get an opportunity? We don't even know if most of these guys are going to get an opportunity, when in most rookie classes, rookie drafts in the first round especially, you know they're at least going to get a shot. One guy I did leave off was Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown. I wanted to get him in my top 15. The reason I didn't is because he's fucking hurt already. He's fucking hurt already. And that doesn't bode well, especially for rookie receivers. We see rookie receivers get hurt in the preseason of their first year and never come back from it. They just don't get. It's so important that you get that time at the beginning of your first year. I think it dramatically decreases your chances of being really good. Not that it erases your chances, but, you know, dude, Lamar Jackson is just, he's not good at throwing the ball. And I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't trust a lot of these things, though. So that's all I got for today. Also, if you stuck out for this video, I did want to say the video that I was going to show, the one where I was a little bit of a prick, and that's okay. I thought about showing it. I actually had it uploaded to YouTube, but then I deleted it. I was fucking wrecked. But, you know, a couple people had, more than a couple, well, yeah, just a couple people, you know, they had some things to say about the trades that I made, and, you know, I just wanted to respond accordingly. And, like, dude, the first 15 minutes is great. Not that it's great. I'm just being a blabbering asshole. You know what I mean? But the first 15 minutes is funny, and it's, you know, whatever, just me being a jackass. But then I'm like, for the last 5 minutes, I just turn into a complete fucking prick. So I'm not going to show the video, but fuck, yeah, whatever. All right, good luck in the rookie drafts. Should see everybody at the free agent auction.